Hello guys, and we are here for some great game day bingo action. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we'll be streaming to you on the Pilot TV's Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are enjoying those streaming platforms. Leaving some comments as we will shoot you out some luck as we get after some of these this great bingo here.
Absolutely. We are super excited about all the cash prizes we have on the line as we can't wait to start giving them out to you lucky players. So stick around and get enrolled. Under 10 seconds now to get into this first matchup, as we would love to start talking about all the different cash prizes. As you can see, $25 on that minor jackpot at 52 balls or less, $4,599 on that major at 52 balls or less, and that mega prize, $10,000 at 45 balls. Super exciting stuff, as if you take this home in that 52 ball count, you won't be taking home that minor, you'll be taking home the major. That is some really exciting stuff getting into this lunchtime.
Should be a great game here. We do have a double Musco prize in this game as well, as it sits at $67.90. Not too shabby in this fun matchup of game day bingo, as we hope some players add to our jackpot list, as we were not able to give out a single jackpot yesterday. To make our jackpot list, you just need to take home a live bingo prize of over $600, but that wasn't able to happen yesterday, so we now sit at 14 jackpots over the last 7 days and 69 jackpots so far in this season 17. Will we get the 70th jackpot to go out during this lunchtime? I cannot wait and see.
Absolutely, that's what we're hoping for, as we have no jackpots from yesterday to highlight, so we can't wait to give out prizes over that $600 amount today, as we hope to give out a couple to some lucky players. Maybe Phil, who's out there right now, 9 balls away. We see you out there. We'll have to see if any of you lucky players are going to be able to take home that jackpot prize, but if you guys want to stay up to date and in the know when those jackpot prizes are at their highest, I highly suggest going on over to Facebook, searching up Pilot Games, and giving us a like and follow. Not only can you stay up to date with where those progressives are growing, but you can also check in and see our weekly bingo schedules, event details, see amazing player pictures, and even more. Right at the top of that Facebook page, we have a link tree where if you go and click it, we have direct links to all of our other social media platforms like Twitter or Instagram, all of our streaming platforms, pgl.world, and even all the locations around Minnesota that you guys can go and check out Pilot Games.
Absolutely. It is a hub of information for you guys that enjoy playing Pilot Games action. So hopefully you give that Facebook page or any of our other awesome social media pages a like and follow. As we continue in this game right here, we click past our minor, major, and mega prize in this game, as we'll now be waiting to see who takes home the double must-go prize of $67.90, as we got Traveler, Mo, as well as Slim Reaper. Now, Slim Reaper right now taking home the win over the Third Rail Bar and Grill. Congratulations to you, Slim Reaper, taking home $67.90. One of my favorite NBA nicknames of all time for Kevin Durant.
Super fun stuff.
His nickname was the Slim Reaper. He actually had a disdain for the Slim Reaper at one point, but he has grown to really enjoy it now.
Yeah, and accept it.
I think it's one of the coolest nicknames out there.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did he just not like being called Slim?
I think he was like, it's so negative, and
It's cool though.
yeah, it was. I thought so too, and most people agree with our opinion that it's a very cool nickname. But I think he just was like, I don't know. I think he liked other nicknames that he had out there, and but now he fully embraces Slim Reaper. I think even his Twitter handle is Slim Reaper. So
gotta love that.
Yeah, so definitely one of the better ones. It's better.
Thanks for coming out and playing Pilot Games, Kevin Durant.
I'm trying to think. It might be my favorite NBA nickname of all time. I can't think of any other better ones than Slim Reaper. Because, yeah, I don't like LeBron James's The King or King James. I don't
like that.
I just think it's a little pretentious.
A little tacky.
Yeah, a little tacky. Or The Chosen One, as he has The Chosen One literally tattooed right across his back.
Blowing smoke up him.
Yeah.
It's just, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's been impressive that he ended up being as good as he is, but I just I don't necessarily love those nicknames. I'm trying to think of other great nicknames out there. Yeah, no, Slim Reaper's my favorite. Well, great job to you getting the win in that awesome matchup of Game Day Bingo. As we now get enrolled into our second of 12 games that we will be playing from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. Me and Jordy will be live for this 12 to 1 time, as we are every Monday through Friday, trying to give out these great prizes. At 1 p.m., we will go off air and send you off for one of the best opportunities today, a shot at our Lucky 4 Bingo prize at 1 o'clock. Today at 1 o'clock, you'll have a shot at $105,307. That is the largest live bingo jackpot guaranteed available today, because it could go out at 1. Then the other Lucky 4 bingos could have even smaller prizes, but if it doesn't go out, it will grow into more great opportunities, which should be a lot of fun.
Well, before you get any more chances at that great Lucky 4 bingo, you jump into some more great Game Day bingo from 1 all the way till 4 p.m., where you continue going after those great prizes no matter what they've grown to. Then at 4 p.m., like Ian was alluding to, you get a second chance at Lucky 4 bingo. A little 4 for 4 action, if you will, not affiliated with Arby's.
Yeah,
Wendy's. I was like...
Wendy's.
That was wrong, but at 4 p.m. we have a little Lucky 4 action where if it did not go out at 1, we have over $105,000 prize on the line. Should be a lot of fun, so make sure to come on out for it.
Absolutely. It's the final opportunity. Only 2 chances at that Lucky 4 bingo prize today, so you definitely want to come out at 4 as well as 1 o'clock. After that 4 p.m. time, me and Jordy will be back here live for more Game Day Bingo Happy Hour edition, as we'll be playing Game Day Bingo from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. p.m. Once again, working on that minor, major, and mega prize. Whatever prizes have grown throughout the day should be a lot of fun from that 4 to 6 time. At 6 p.m., we'll bring a fun little switch-up game, as Wednesday is the start of our Pilot Payday opportunities. It's only played on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m., but it is a great game that involves a $2,500 must-go prize that can be taken home on just a 10-cent card. It is a fantastic opportunity for all you lucky players out there.
Absolutely, so make sure to be there today at 6 p.m. for that great chance. After that, you get into some great game day bingo that'll take you through the rest of your night from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. as you continue going after this minor, major, and mega jackpot prize. Make sure you stick around all day as we've got a lot of cash on the line today, and you will absolutely want to be trying to take some of it home for yourself.
For sure. As we still have a few players in line to be able to take home some of these great prizes, we'll see if we can make it happen here, as it doesn't look like the major prize will be going out, and it's going to be a pretty tough sell to get that minor jackpot out to one of you lucky players. But since we look like we are going to be clicking past those prizes, we will now be trying to give out the $11.80 must-go prize with JLP4 2 balls away over at the Lakewood Tavern. We'll see if JLP4 or one of these other players who are now sitting at that 2-ball away marker will be able to take this one home.
Absolutely, as we wait and see which lucky ball will fall, and as our handy-dandy wild players out there trying to slap shot a win your way. We got Mike as well as Shopper now 1 ball away, as we are just waiting to see who's going to be taking home that prize. As there it is, Mike over at the North Coop gets to take it home. This great must-go prize of $11.80 is heading your way. Nicely done to Mike in this great game, a game day bingo. Stick around, as that minor jackpot will be now at 56 balls or less, as we jump into some great national days that hopefully you can be out there celebrating wherever you're at.
Absolutely. This should be National Geordie Day, as the 2 national days are some of your favorite things.
I was going to say, I will be celebrating both of these today.
It's National, we'll start off with a great one, National Corn Chip Day. On January 29th, grab the queso or salsa and celebrate National Corn Chip Day. Recognized each year across the country, the day encourages corn chip lovers to whip up their favorite dips and toppings.
Absolutely. There are so many dippable options on today for a corn chip. I'm a big fan of a lot of the Hispanic and Mexican dips that go along with the corn chip. Whether it be that queso, guacamole, or salsa, I could have all 3 and be a happy camper as my meal alone.
Oh, absolutely.
I also, my best friend is a huge salsa gal as well, and so every time we hang out, we typically get a thing of salsa and chips, and by the end of our hangout, the entire container is gone.
Absolutely, as that's pretty normal for you guys.
They're crazier than I am, as they will, her and her sister, they'll take like the bottom of the bag broken chips, pour it into a bowl, dump some salsa on top, and eat that like cereal.
Eat it like cereal.
I'm like that. I'm not that crazy, but they're big fans of salsa.
That's awesome. That's great stuff. Corn chips are great. You can have them in so many different ways. A good old nacho is always good with the corn chip, as you can enjoy that with a multitude of toppings.
Oh, there's so many different ways, especially now as people have gotten really creative with the nacho.
For sure.
People have taken it a southern barbecue route. Some people have taken it completely different ways, and so it's super fun, all the variations you can do.
Yeah, my favorite recent nacho I had was a pulled pork barbecue nacho that you made the pulled pork for, and it was quite tasty, and I enjoyed that for multiple meals actually, as it tasted good every single time, and so I was a big fan of that. That was my favorite. That's the nacho I'm thinking of right now, as it's a tasty one. Maybe not your classic nacho, but it is a tasty one for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It is a super tasty one on today. I'm a big fan of the barbecue pulled pork nacho as well. I've had it in a lot of different ways, whether it be with that corn chip or even like tater tots. tot as our base. We've had the tacho, but today's all about that corn chip, and so we'll highlight that on today. Then I am a big fan of the classic nacho with just meat, cheese, toppings, as I grew up and my favorite Mexican meal to get while going to restaurants was something called a botana, and it was like a supreme mega nacho, if you will, as it had pretty much everything under the sun. Refried beans, it had ground beef as well as shredded chicken. It had cheese, lettuce, olives, jalapenos, sour cream, guac, and salsa, just like a mountain of it. And my mom and I would always share it when I was growing up, and it was the best thing ever.
That sounds very, very tasty.
Oh, absolutely. It was like one of those trash can nachos where just like everything goes on top.
Absolutely. If it's in the kitchen, it goes on that nacho.
So good.
That's definitely a cool one to be able to highlight. Did you know, as Fritos is a big brand for the corn chip, Frito brand of corn chips started when traveling salesman Elmer Doolin brought the recipe from a Mexican-American restaurant owner in San Antonio. Doolin perfected the recipe and sold the chip from the back of his car in the 1930s.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I was just about to bring up the fact that it's not just the classic tortilla chip, as it is also a wide variety of different chips can be considered corn chips. And
Yeah.
the Frito is definitely a fan favorite. I definitely eat the Frito more with like non-Mexican dips, like a buffalo chicken dip or a chili cheese dip. I typically have more Fritos with, but you could really go any way with it on today.
Absolutely. There's, lots of different ways you can enjoy it. Obviously, I think of, when I think of the corn chip, I think of the classic, like nacho chips. But I do think that Fritos are a great one as well. There's a lot of different ways I can enjoy a good Frito.
Absolutely, and even Doritos are corn chips as well, and they are absolutely delicious, and you can do a lot with them as well. I love doing a walking taco with a bag of Doritos. That's probably my favorite thing to do with them. Very good.
Absolutely. We do have our winner here as Jim over the Uptown Bar Waverly is taking home $16.30 in this game. Congratulations to you, Jim, in this great game of Game Day Bingo, as that minor jackpot will be growing and rolling into this game number 4. It will be clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less as we get enrolled over the next minute and 40 seconds. So do not miss out into this great game as we get enrolled. We'll continue highlighting our national days.
Well, happy National Corn Chip Day. Whether you top it with queso, guac, or anything else, today is a day to celebrate that delicious
What's your favorite
chip.
dip for corn chip?
Oh, definitely guacamole.
Okay, there you go.
Absolutely, as we move on to our next and final National Day, National Puzzle Day. As each year on January 29th, National Puzzle Day recognizes how exercising our brains with puzzles is just one of its many benefits.
Absolutely. Definitely a great one to be able to highlight. I'm a fan of a puzzle every once in a while, especially during this time of the year where there's not necessarily a ton to do with, summer months being, you could do just so many different things out and about. When it's all snowy, it's super cold outside, to be able to have a day inside to enjoy a great puzzle is always a great time, creating a fun picture that connects so many little pieces.
Absolutely. I love getting lost in a puzzle. That was one of the fun activities that my dad and I always did for quality time together, is just completely take over our dining room table for an entire week with some 2,500 piece puzzle and just absolutely go to town, and we'd just try and get it done as fast as we can. It was always so much fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, we did a puzzle last year. That was very, very fun. It took us probably about a week to get our full puzzle done, but it was a great time. We just would randomly sit down throughout our week, and whenever we'd get bored, we'd just hop down and start putting together little puzzle pieces, and it was great. Once we started to get on a roll and it started to look almost finished, we were like, wow, everything's just starting to fall into place, where in the beginning it just feels like, oh my gosh, I got all the edge pieces. Now where do I go?
I love starting a new puzzle, and I think I'm due to do that.
You need to start it. You need to get yourself a new puzzle.
I really do.
We're planning on getting like collection of this very similar puzzle boxes because they are in the form of a book. We got one of them and we really enjoyed it. But on your bookshelf, we actually wanted to, have a little collection
Yeah,
of
a little shelf
those.
of 'em.
Yeah, a little shelf of them. And so that's something that maybe we need to order ourselves as another one of those puzzle boxes.
Absolutely. I even just found out one of my very close girlfriends loves a good puzzle as well. And so we got to talking about whether we could start switching out each other's puzzles to get a
Oh.
new one to do without spending the money. We're on two different levels of puzzle abilities.
Oh, really? Is she
Yeah.
on like a super high level or super low level?
A lower.
Lower level,
And I
lower
said,
level.
"Oh, I don't think you'd like my puzzles."
Yeah, yeah. We have some pretty larger puzzles.
Yeah.
But did you know that the largest puzzle ever measured in at 14.86 by 23.2 meters and consisted of 551,232 pieces.
I've That's a large puzzle.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. A ridiculously large puzzle.
I want to know what that puzzle was and how many people it took to complete that, but that is just truly, truly impressive stuff.
No, I would definitely love to know more about that puzzle because that seems insane. It was done by 1,600 students
In Vietnam.
in Vietnam on September 24th, 2011.
Very cool.
Yeah, the largest jigsaw puzzle that is available for purchase as of January 2023 is a 60,000 pieces from Costco. It measures in at 8.84 meters by 2.44 meters and is divided into 60 1,000 piece puzzles.
Wow. Pieced together, it's a map of the world. I love that. I want it. We do have no show at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill, getting to take away that must-go prize, $18.70, heading your way. Congratulations there, no show. Make sure to get enrolled into this next matchup. That minor jackpot is closing in on $100, as it will be at 60 balls or less getting into this next game. Very exciting stuff in the next 2 minutes.
Should be a lot of fun as we get enrolled into this game 5. But that's a very cool one. That feels like one that I would end up framing and hanging up in my house. I think,
Well, I would not want to take that apart again or
No.
ever want to redo it.
No,
so.
60,000 pieces. That is
But that would be
insane.
great because it's divided into like smaller puzzles, and so like we could each take a portion of the puzzle, and
Absolutely.
start attacking it.
Yeah, then you'd be able to.
I think we got to go to Costco.
Yeah, maybe we do. We've been talking about that we need to go on a Costco run anyways, so that's a fun one to be able to highlight. The average 3,000 piece puzzle takes about 30 plus hours. 1,000 pieces, which is what we were talking about doing with each section of that 60,000 piece puzzle. It takes about 10 plus hours.
Yeah, that's some pretty impressive stuff. Yeah, puzzles definitely do take dedication, especially the larger you get, but they are so fun to uncover, and so this is definitely worth the time to set aside and get yourself a new puzzle on today.
Absolutely. It's definitely a crazy one to be able to highlight, as there are some really insane puzzles.
Looking at how much a large puzzle costs, I don't know if we will be taking that Costco trip.
No, but it's separated into 1,000 piece puzzles, so then
And we can buy it chunk by chunk. Maybe we could do that.
that's what I think it is. I don't think
Okay.
it's all six. I think that's what they were saying is it's 1,000 pieces per puzzle, and you
Yeah.
have to get 60 puzzles.
Puzzles.
So it would be, it wouldn't be that crazy, and we would take our time with it, and so it wouldn't get too crazy there. We might be able to do it.
If we did one puzzle a month, that would still take us like quite some time.
It'd take us a few years
Yeah.
to finish that puzzle,
It
which
really would.
would be quite fun.
That would be kind of fun.
It'd be a cool little accomplishment there. But as we get, and plus it's 60,000 pieces. Once you finish it, you're like, it took me 3 years, and they're like, yeah, duh, it took you like 3 years to finish that. You guys were working on that for an insane. It's 60,000 pieces.
Yeah.
But it's a fun one to be able to highlight. Happy National Puzzle Day. Hopefully you guys can enjoy a great puzzle on today.
Absolutely, that is a super fun one. We are officially in this great game, working towards a great prize though, as we have $124 on that minor jackpot, sitting at 60 balls or less.
Ooh.
Super exciting stuff as we aim to give out that jackpot prize. If not, we do have $32.90 on a must-go. That is still a great prize to go out as well.
Absolutely. As we get after it, we will be talking a little bit about some NFL news, I guess. Not necessarily Vikings news, as the Vikings are in their off season. It's a lot of stuff in before we get into the draft. There'll be a lot of draft talk after the Super Bowl, but in just 2 weeks, not this weekend, but next weekend, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs will be going at it. Have you told me who you're going to be rooting for in that game? Did you say the Eagles? Yeah, I thought you did say the Eagles. I'm rooting for the Eagles as well. It's a little revenge game for them, and I just don't. I don't like the idea of them getting a three-peat. I know the three-peat has never been done in NFL history, which I think would be cool to see history get made in the NFL. But
for it to be the Chiefs.
But for it to be the Chiefs, I don't think I would like any team that's going to win it 3 times in a row, unless it is like our team, like winning it 3 times in a row. Any other team, I'm gonna become a hater by the third Super Bowl run.
Well, we're seeing it happen in real time here.
Yeah. Well, the Chiefs they've built up a good hater crowd right there, and Philly is just it's a fun squad. I like Philadelphia as a team, even though they compete for Super Bowls pretty consistently. They're not on the. I don't know. They don't have the same celebrity draw as it, and I just am anti big celebrity teams. Like the Lakers, don't like them because they're just like a big celebrity team.
I agree.
Like I would much rather see, even though they're a big market team like the New York Knicks, I would much rather see the Knicks be good than the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair enough. Well, we're closing in on our prize here as we wait to see who's going to be taking home what. We have moved past all of our different jackpot prizes as we have a split win on that must-go prize. $32.90 is getting split between Mike at the Sherwood Lounge, Doc over at Howie's Sports Bar and Grill, as well as Norton over at Charlie Neeson's. Congratulations to all 3 of you guys as you split up that awesome must-go prize. Stick around as we have that minor jackpot clicking up to 62 balls or less. Very exciting stuff and very doable.
Definitely should be a lot of fun as we get into this Game 6. And if you guys are missing our Minnesota Vikings, as I know I am, you guys can play the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in... But actually, no. Hey, Vikings Victory. Check out the new graphics and see if you can take home some Hail Mary jackpots in that awesome game.
Absolutely, guys. Go and show your support for our Minnesota Wild. Nope.
Vikings.
Our Minnesota Vikings in their off-season checkout. Vikings Victory today. Yeah,
should be a lot of fun. I know I'm excited I'm a big fan of the NFL draft, and so that's always an exciting time of the year. I feel like hopes are so high in the NFL draft, looking at all the different draft prospects, and I just love the NFL draft in general because you get to watch, like, young men achieving their childhood dreams in the sense of being able to become an NFL football player, and you can just tell the just how much that means to them. And I think it's just a really, really cool thing of professional sports being able to watch those people achieve their just lifelong kid dreams kind of thing. Yeah, finally making it as an NFL player, even if it's in the 6th round and they're going to be an NFL backup. I think it's still something that's just
they
really,
still have
really
NFL
cool.
in their title.
Absolutely. Just being on an NFL squad is, I mean, you're 1% of the 1%, which is just really cool.
Absolutely. Well, we have a lot of you guys out there competing each and every day for our great game day bingo standings, and we would love to highlight the players who have already gotten a spot in these standings for our season 17 so far, as we have ties galore, as it's no different jumping right on into that tail end of these standings. We have a tie formed in 9th place. It's between Murphy at the Pickled Pig and Andy over at the Spotlight Bar and Grill, both with 18,000 points. Who do you have coming out of that tie?
Ooh, I I'm sticking with Murphy as you
All
took
right.
Andy yesterday.
I did.
And so I got to go with Murphy. I got some cousins that have the last name Murphy, and so I'm gonna be rooting for Murphy.
I like it. Well, we'll have to see who's going to be coming out of that victorious as we move on up to that 8th place spot with 19,000 points. Woodpile is playing over at Haskell's. Then in 7th, with 20,000 points right ahead of them, we have Billy over at the Rocky Ledge Resort. Ahead of them, only one step with 21,000 points in 6th place, we have Maggie playing over at Lyle Liquor. Then ahead of them into 5th place, we have with 24,000 points, Not Sure, playing over at Montego Blue. Then with 29,000 points in 4th place, we have 6'9" T-Bird over at the Lookout Bar and Grill. While ahead of them into 3rd place, we actually have a tie recently formed in 2nd. It's between Brother Nate at the Chart House as well as Cheese over at the Bear Town Lounge, both with 41,000 points in that 2nd place spot. And then in 1st place, it is none other than Call Me Jen over at JR Mac with almost double that 2nd place tie with 81,000 points so far this season.
Yeah, great job to you, Call Me Jen, and all of those awesome players out there. Seeing Billy out there made me think of Billy Ray Cyrus, and for some reason, yeah, just made me think of Billy Ray Cyrus, and that's because recently I just saw this thing that I didn't realize that that Billy Ray Cyrus's son, Miley Cyrus's brother, was in a very popular scene band.
Yes.
And I didn't know that was him.
Trace Cyrus or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. I did not realize that. What's the song that's super popular that's been one of the biggest from that time period songs? Now I gotta
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm really not too sure.
see how fast I can pull this thing up. There
Yeah.
you go. Okay.
Oh, he's at Metro Station, yeah.
Yes, yeah, in Metro Station. And so I just found that out the other day, and I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We do have Mo Money over at the Riverboat Depot taking home our minor jackpot in this game, winning it at 55 balls. Great job to you, Mo Money. $176.88 being awarded to you. As we get enrolled into this next game, you guys will still not want to miss out, as the must-go prize will be looking great. It already has $42.20, and you guys will just be adding to it as we get enrolled into this next matchup. Still with that major prize of 52 balls or less, $4,736, and the mega prize of 10 grand you could take home in 45 balls or less.
That's right. Really awesome stuff. But we already talked about those players who have been competing for our Game Day Bingo standings. And so now we absolutely need to highlight the locations that they play at.
Absolutely. Starting off in 9th place, we got a two-way tie. That's between Danny's Dugout as well as the Log Cabin Bar Emily, both with 37,000 points. With 42,000 points in 8th place, we got HR Pesties. As 7th place is Haskell's with 43,000 points. With 47,000 points in 6th place, we have McHugh's Grill and Bar, as the Beartown Lounge plays in 5th place with 50,000 points. With 55,000 points in the Chart House sits in 4th, as Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards sits in 3rd with 56,000 points, just 1,000 points ahead of the Chart House. With 69,000 points in 2nd place, we got the Lookout Bar and Grill, as JR Max sits in 1st place with 100,000 Game Day Bingo points, the first location to get into that 100,000 point club.
Not even a month into this awesome season 17. Really incredible stuff for everybody helping out JR Mac get to that spot. Make sure you guys choose the location you want to help out each and every day, as they get to earn the points alongside you as you take home these awesome prizes while playing great Game Day Bingo. Just about 25 seconds to get enrolled into this next matchup, where we'll have a great double must-go prize on the line. But if you don't plan on getting enrolled into this next game, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you want to go and check out some of the other games we offer right there on those iPads as we speak, we have over 70 different Charitable eTab games that you can choose to play at any time. We have a wide variety of themes for you to choose from, and going into the new year, we updated all the different graphics we have, so guys, go and check out those new and improved eTab games right there at your fingertips. We want to highlight some of those great eTab games, as I want to highlight Winter Poker Run,
Ooh.
as that is a super fun one, as you head out on snowmobiles going from bar to bar to collect a lucky hand and take home some awesome jackpot prizes.
Definitely a fun one. I love the ones that switch on over with the winter theme.
Yes, the
And
seasonal ones.
yeah, the seasonal ones are definitely fun, and Winter Poker Run is a great one to be able to highlight. Me and Jordy were just up north around a bunch of snow and got to see a bunch of people riding on their snowmobiles into bars, and I thought that was a very, very fun thing because I was like, oh, it kind of made Winter Poker Run a little bit more real in my eyes.
We got to see it happening in live fashion.
Yeah. Two different bars were just packed
Yeah.
with snowmobiles. It was fun to see. But the E-Tab I'll be highlighting is a different one, as I'll be highlighting Phone Tag. It is a super fun E-Tab game with great prizes to be won, as you'll see if you could take home some awesome jackpots in that great game of Phone Tag.
That's right. Go and check out all of our different eTab games right there at your fingertips and let us know which one is your favorite. As we close in here, we want to highlight some films released on today, as we have some fun ones like in 1959, Sleeping Beauty hitting the screen.
Yeah, this one may have my favorite Prince battle scene. I love his fight against the dragon evil queen type character that they have in it, and I thought it was just one of the more cool fight scenes of it. The animation of this one is some of my favorite animation style of those classic Disney princesses, as it's a little older, but it's just so well done, and I really enjoyed it. You got great voices like Mary Costa, Barbara Luddy, Eleanor Aldley, Bill Shirley, and others that come together to create this really, really well done princess movie.
Absolutely. This was one of my favorites. This is probably one of the first Disney princess movies that I ever watched. It was definitely my favorite. I loved it a lot, like more than Cinderella and Snow White and the other classics that came out in the 50s. I really, really enjoyed this one. I loved the three fairy godmothers. I was a big fan of this.
Absolutely, this is definitely a classic. And then you have the ones that came out in the late 80s, early 90s with the Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, which were really, really well done as well. But yeah, I think of those 50s.
From the 30s through 50s.
50s, Sleeping
first
Beauty.
chunk.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty may be my favorite as well. We do have Maggie over at the Heartland University taking home $60.30 in this great game. Congratulations to you, Maggie, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. One of our top 10 Game Day Bingo players, correct, in our standings. So great job to you, Maggie, getting a win right there.
Absolutely, and continue to get enrolled. Just about a minute and 30 seconds to get into this next game, as we have that minor jackpot back up on the line at 54 balls or less. We just need to get that cash prize as high as possible. But we are talking about Sleeping Beauty coming out on today, as this is a family fantasy film, one of the first Disney princesses that we get to see. I was a huge fan of this. I love the story of Maleficent as well, and I even went on to love the films made about just Maleficent, starring Angelina Jolie and Elle Fanning. I'm just a big fan. I love the name Aurora as well, and when I was a young girl, I even had a dress-up costume that you could flip, and it would change the color of the dresses like Aurora's.
Oh,
Because the
really?
three fairy godmothers all have a different color, and they always bipped and bopped her dress to make it go from pink to blue to their color. It was really cool, and I had a little kid costume that did that.
That's very, very fun. But yeah, the classic Disney princesses are a great one, and this is one of the most well done of them. I'm surprised there isn't a new revamped one or a live action Sleeping Beauty. Is there a live action Sleeping Beauty?
I'm sure that there has been some made, but not that Disney has put out one yet.
Yeah, there was just the Maleficent franchise, but that's very different than the Sleeping Beauty franchise. So I do think that would be cool if we ever got one of those.
Absolutely. I completely agree. I would love that. I think they're slowly making their way through all of the princesses. We're getting Snow White this next year, as well as they're doing a live action Moana as well, and so they're just slowly getting their way through all of them.
I feel like it's too early for a live action Moana, but
They're just riding the hype train right now.
yeah, it's a favorite by so many kids, so I guess
fell
it
off
works
a little
well.
bit with that second one.
Yeah, the second one was not nearly as good. I felt like
You'll never top Shiny.
the musical numbers were just not on the same level, and the gravity of the story just wasn't at the same level either. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we were talking about Sleeping Beauty on today. Maybe give the 1959 classic a watch on today. As we move on to the next one in 1999, we have She's All That. This stars Freddie Prinze Jr. as well as Rachel Lee Cook. Matthew Lillard and Paul Walker are also in this. Anna Penguin is Freddie Prinze Jr.'s sister in this. We even have incredible actors like Kieran Culkin who make appearances as he plays the younger brother to our main character, and a lot of other great names come together for this work as well.
Gabrielle Union is in it as well.
I love seeing her in early '90s works.
Yeah, this is one of the better rom-coms, as you were the one that showed
love
me
this one.
this rom-com.
Matthew Lillard is so funny in this.
Oh, absolutely! This is one of the roles that I really enjoy Matthew Lillard in. As you just don't get a lot of roles of his outside of Shaggy, and I think he did a really funny job in this one for sure. I love this one also because they do such a great job of making fun of this movie in Not Another Teenage Movie.
Yeah.
And I think that just adds to my liking of this comedy drama.
I know, because I think we watched the parody, and then I found out that you hadn't watched
Yes,
this.
that's what it was.
And so you got to watch it after the fact and see all of the similarities from it. And the base storyline of Not Another Teen Movie is She's All That is pretty much the premise they follow, but they chuck in so many great
classic
90s rom-coms. But I was a huge fan of Freddie Prinze Jr. in the 90s. I think he is a great actor. Super fun to watch, and so this is a super fun one, and you just gotta love whenever Freddie Prinze Jr. and Matthew Lillard get to come together.
Yeah, they do a good job together, that's for sure. So popular that I got a 2021 remake.
We won't talk about that one.
He's All That, which is widely much more hated than
we had Rachel Lee
Cook
Cook come back for it. She's in the remake, but we pretend that this one never happened.
Yeah, that's such an interesting. Well,
So
we do have Timmy over at VFW Crystal taking home $12.20 in this win. Congratulations to you, Timmy. As we now get enrolled into this next game, minor jackpot going to be growing and rolling, clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should be a fun matchup here.
Absolutely, but we were talking about She's All That, and then the remake He's All That, as it's kind of a switcheroo on it. Oh, even Matthew Lillard comes back for it as well.
He's a principal in it.
Why is Kourtney Kardashian in it?
I have no idea. I was wondering if he played the same character in it, but that I would have been like, that would be hilarious if Matthew
Brock Hudson's her dad or something.
Brock Hudson, was somehow involved in this one. I think that would have been way better to bring him back as that. There's a lot of TikTok people in this movie. It was definitely a one where they were experimenting with how they could, add to the popularity of it. And I just think that a little bit of experimenting didn't necessarily work to their advantage.
I'd have to agree. But very fun stuff. She's All That, the classic that it is, coming out on today in 1999. It is a awesome romance comedy, so if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend.
Have you even seen He's All That? Or have you just completely boycotted,
completely boycotted. I've seen a few clips of it online, and I'm not going to touch it.
You're not going to touch it?
No.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I'm sure you could get clips like that from She's All That, and back in 1999, you would have been like, ugh, no, I'm not going to watch this.
Well, that's okay. I've formed my opinions, and I'll stand on it.
I'll stand on it. Well, it is much lower rated than the original, so it can't be that good.
I could absolutely see how 13-year-olds and a younger crowd would like it. It's definitely for that high school demographic, and so by the time I was 25, the humor is just so new gen that it's disgusting to me.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Well, She's All That released on today in 1999, a fun 90s rom-com. As we move on to our final one released on today, in 2021, we have The Little Things. This is a crime thriller with a pretty star-studded cast. Rami Malek, Jared Leto, Denzel Washington, and other great actors and actresses come together as Deputy Sheriff Joe Deacon joins forces with Sergeant Jim Baxter to search for a serial killer who's terrorizing Los Angeles. As they track the culprit, Baxter is unaware that the investigation is dredging up echoes of Deke's past, uncovering disturbing secrets that could threaten more than his case.
Well.
Very interesting.
We got Denzel Washington playing Deke himself, as then Rami Malek plays Jim Baxter. Very fun stuff, as I have not personally seen this, but it seems to be pretty interesting. I'm a huge fan of Denzel as well as Rami Malek, so maybe we'll give this a watch.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a great cast to be able to pull together. Because I've never heard of it even. I don't
I was
know.
gonna say it's only got 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not, and only 2.6 on Letterboxd. It's not
the highest rated, but it's in the zone where it could still be entertaining. Like usually when it gets into like in the 20s, I start to be like, okay, maybe this isn't as good. But once it's in the 40s, that's right where She's All That was at, and a lot of good movies are in that 40% range. They're just maybe not necessarily enough twists and turns that make you wanna really get that into it. But I like the actors in it, so I guess I'll have to maybe be a judge for myself.
Absolutely. Well, maybe give The Little Things a watch on today, as it came out on today in 2021.
Very, very cool stuff. As we got 51 balls dropped here, 2 balls away for Leslie Rose over the Short Top Tavern. We'll see if Leslie Rose can take home the great win here as we wait and see. Can that minor jackpot go out right here, right now? No, we'll be moving on to the Musco prize of this matchup. $16. Gonna maybe hit in Timothy or Towhead. There it is.
Towhead over at the Swing Bridge Pub takes it away, $16 heading out to you. Congratulations there. Stick around and continue to get enrolled into this next game, as we will have that minor jackpot now at 58 balls or less, just 1 ball off from the count you took it home in this game.
Yeah, definitely some fun stuff as we get after it. Towhead just makes me think of the Spy Kids thumb people.
Absolutely.
So great job to you on that win. Love the good old Spy Kids.
Absolutely, as we've been watching the Traders, which is hosted by Alan Cummings, and if you guys didn't know, he plays Floop in
Yes.
Spy Kids, and I just made the reference to him as Floop in Spy Kids when we were watching it, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, and he actually just went on TikTok and used the when
really?
audio on, and he sang it like he was Floop and edited it, and it was very entertaining.
That's awesome. Alan Cummings is a very, very funny.
Such a theatrical man.
He's a great host for that Traders show.
Honestly.
I found that he makes that show just so much more entertaining with his just dramatics of it all. And I
his
think,
endless tweed.
Yeah.
Constant.
His fashion is hilarious in it. It's
so good.
It's hilarious in the best way possible.
Yes.
And so it's
He's very extravagant in what he wears.
For sure he is. It's a fun show. I enjoy watching the game show of Traders, but he definitely adds to the great fun of that show series.
Absolutely. Super fun stuff. But as we are getting enrolled into this game, just about 40 seconds now, as we have our minor jackpot closing in on $85, maybe even higher. Let's get that prize as high as possible as we aim to give it out in this next game. Ian and I will be here live with you guys for about 2 more games.
This is our game number 10. So
All
3
right,
games.
3 games left here with this awesome lunchtime show. So stick around and continue to get enrolled as we aim to give out some great jackpot prizes to you.
Yep, for sure. As we get after it, we do want to highlight a little bit of Minnesota Wild news since we are playing some Wild-themed game day bingo. As Jared Spurgeon and Joel Eriksson X scored to help the Minnesota Wild beat the Chicago Blackhawks 4-2 on Sunday. Matt Boldy Goldie had 3 assists for Minnesota in the opener of a 5-game trip. The Wild have lost 5 of 6. Chicago was limited to 5 shots on the goal before rallying in the third period, but we were able to hold them off with a Marcus Foligno empty netter goal with 1 minute and 42 seconds left, as Philip Gustafsson was able to finish the day with 18 saves on the night. Great stuff for our Wild as we get back to the winning side of hockey, and we need to continue winning as we are having a pretty decent season for all the injuries and all the bumps that we've went through throughout this year. I do think, especially because of our ability to be a dominant team on the road, we still have maintained a very good record, and we hope to continue seeing that progress as we take on this next 4 games on the road.
That's right, as our next one is happening tonight at 6 p.m. against the Maple Leafs. Very exciting stuff as we face Toronto, as we hopefully will take the win. It'll be happening right as Ian and I are going off air tonight for our happy hour show. So make sure you guys come on out later today and make sure you show your support for our Wild before that game at 6 p.m. We have teamed up with them for an incredible eTab game that is right there at your fingertips on those iPads. It's called Let's Go Wild, and you can play it wherever you play Pilot games. Check it out as we have updated graphics into this new year, as we would love for you guys to go play and show your support for our incredible Wild team before they take the ice tonight at 6 p.m.
Yeah, it should be some really, really great stuff, and we are big fans of that eTab. But if you guys are big fans of Pilot games, we'd love to see player pictures of you guys playing those awesome games, whether it's you holding up a jackpot message next to your smiling face, or you just playing your favorite eTab game having a fantastic time, or you with a group of friends playing some Pilot games action. We'd love to see those player photos of it, so snap them, snap those photos, send them to us by directly messaging them to us on Facebook, posting them with the hashtag Pilot Games, or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We can't wait to see all the fun moments you capture, as you'll see a bunch of those player pictures go on through, get scrolled through as we get into our enrolling screen in the next few balls to drop.
Absolutely. We love seeing all those different player photos, so send them our way, especially if you get to take home one of these great jackpot prizes we have below us. We are just 2 balls away from trying to give out a great prize, as Tammy is the lucky player in line to try and take it home. As we've moved past all 3 of our jackpot prizes, Tammy is in fact taking home $20.40 in this great game. That must-go prize is heading your way, Tammy, as you play over at MC's Dugout. Congratulations there. Stick around and get enrolled into our game number 11, as you definitely do not want to miss out. That minor jackpot will be at 60 balls or less as it closes in on $100. Very exciting stuff as we talk about a few things that happened on today in music history.
As we got on today in 1977, Rose Royce's Car Wash hits #1 in America. Working at the car wash.
Classic.
Yeah.
This will always remind me of Shark Tales.
Oh, for sure. That's the first thing I thought of when I was adding this to our script. That I love the scene from Shark Tale where they're using this song.
Yeah,
it's
the
just
end
so
scene.
fun.
It's so good. Just the whole movie in general, I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah, I am a big fan. It's been a while since I've watched a little
Shark
Tale action.
I could watch that today for sure.
But Car Wash, a great song that is in that one. One that for some reason I've never saved on my phone. I need to save it on my music app so that I can give it a listen to every once in a while, because it is just such a fun jam.
Absolutely. I need to make like a complete nostalgia playlist that has Car Wash, Funky Town,
Yeah.
All Star by Smash Mouth, like all of the classics.
Yeah, all from the movies of our childhood that that have those as some of their base songs. Definitely need a playlist of that.
Oh, it's awesome stuff. Yeah, I really don't know if I've ever heard that song in any other capacity, if we're being honest.
I've definitely listened to it. My dad's a fan of Car Wash.
That doesn't surprise me. Feels like a good car jam.
Mm-hmm.
But very fun stuff. Maybe give Car Wash by Rose Royce a listen to on today. Up next in 1985, we have We Are the World soloists, including Bruce Springsteen, Diana Ross, and Bob Dylan, stumble into the morning light after an all-night recording session with producer Quincy Jones.
Very, very cool stuff there. We Are the World, just one of the biggest collaborations of just ginormous artist after ginormous artist. And they've just last night in 1985 were recording it all night long, finally getting out of that recording studio to be able to see the morning light as they had been spending all the night, putting together We Are the World.
Absolutely. Maybe give it a listen to on today. Some really incredible stuff with some huge named artists who came together to make it.
For sure. Definitely some cool music history on today. As we work in this game number 11, we do have a little bit of Timberwolves news we can get into.
That's right, as they are 25-21. Anthony Edwards scored 23 points, and Julius Randle added 20 to help the Minnesota Timberwolves hold off the shorthanded Atlanta Hawks 100-92 on Monday night. Coming off of a signature victory in this bumpy season, 133-104 dominance over Denver on Saturday, the Wolves just had to get through this one without meltdowns or injuries. Key reserve Nickeil Alexander-Walker limped off with a leg injury in the fourth quarter, and they nearly blew a 17-point halftime lead with a lackluster finish.
Well, they didn't blow it, and they ended up getting the win, so that's all that matters as it goes into the win column, 25-21. But I do think that the coach wasn't very happy as apparently all of the team got cursed out after that loss because of their effort in the second half. But Anthony Edwards says, we're used to it at this point. We'll put in with better effort next time they go out. So hopefully we see that. I do think this is a fun team to watch, and I hope to continue to see them succeed as they're actually be going up against the Slim Reaper, as we talked about the Slim Reaper earlier in the show because they're playing a little bit of pile of games action. But Kevin Durant, they'll be taking on as they play against the Suns in Phoenix tonight at 8 p.m. Should be an interesting matchup. I hope to see our Timberwolves get a win and see Anthony Edwards continue to play some really, really good basketball as he's been averaging over, I think, the last 15 games, 30 points per matchup. So very, very good stuff there.
Absolutely. As that game's happening tonight at 8 p.m., we can't wait to see how they do. So make sure you guys come on out, watch them as our Timberwolves take on the Suns tonight.
We do have a winner here as Mike P. over at the North Coop is taking home $111.93. Congratulations to you, Mike P. As we now get enrolled into the final game that me and Jordy will be live with you guys for, our game number 12 of Game Day Bingo. As we get enrolled, we'll be growing a double must-go prize that already has $22.90 available. And we'll see how large that prize can grow to as we get enrolled over the next minute and 40 seconds. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this upcoming game. And as we do so, we would like to highlight some awesome birthdays.
That's right, as on today in 1918, we have John Forsythe. He is the American actor from Bachelor Father, Charlie's Angels, and the original Dynasty.
Very cool stuff. Definitely a fun actor that we get to highlight here on today. He's also a narrator, drama teacher, and philanthropist whose career spanned 6 decades. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight as he just contributed to acting in so many different ways. Yeah, lots of different big time stuff. The OG show, Charlie's Angels, he was Charles Townsend.
Absolutely, that is some awesome stuff. He's even in the great movie from 1988, Scrooged, with Bill Murray. Very fun stuff.
Yeah. Happy birthday to John Forsythe. As we move on to our next celebrity birthday born on today in 1945, we have Donna Caponi, a American golfer, PGA champion in 1979 and in 81, U.S. Open winner in 1969 and 1970, and a 24-time LPGA Tour wins.
Very impressive stuff. Happy birthday to Donna. That is an incredible career you had in golfing.
Absolutely.
Up next in 1945, we've got Tom Selleck, the American actor from Lance Rockford Files, as well as Magnum PI.
Absolutely. I love Tom Selleck. He's got one of the best mustaches in history, and just awesome. Magnum PI just makes you so cool, and he definitely killed it in that role of Magnum PI, as well as a lot of other great roles. I mean, starring in Blue Bloods, he's done a great job as well.
Absolutely, really awesome stuff. Happy birthday to Tom Selleck.
Next up, we're on today in 1954. We got Oprah Winfrey, the American TV talk show host and actress, part of the Oprah Winfrey Show, as well as Color Purple.
Yes, she went on to be in the movie The Color Purple. Very fun stuff, as we all know Oprah Winfrey from the Oprah Winfrey Show for sure. And happy birthday going out on to you on today.
Yeah, you want to know how I learned about Oprah Winfrey? Because of the Bruno Mars song.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Because a billionaire?
I had no idea who she was until I listened to Billionaire, and I was like, Who's Oprah? And then my parents explained to me who Oprah was.
That's so funny.
But I think it's hilarious that Bruno Mars introduced me to Oprah Winfrey.
Completely. In 1960, though, moving on to our next birthday, we've got Greg Louganis. He is the American diver, 4-time Olympic gold 10-meter platform and 3-meter springboard in 1984 and again in 1988.
Very impressive stuff. Multi-gold is always so crazy. Next up in 1977, we got Justin Hartley, the American actor from Smallville, as well as This Is Us.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. Happy birthday to Justin Hartley.
Yeah.
Up next in 1985, we've got Mark Gasol. Gasol is the Spanish basketball center. Won the NBA championship in 2019 with the Toronto Raptors. Was an NBA All-Star in 2012, 2015, and 2017. Was an All-NBA First Team in 2015. NBA Defensive Player in the Year of 2013.
Yeah, happy birthday, Marc Gasol, an all-time player. Last celebrity birthday, born on today in 1999, we got Madison Bailey, the American actress from Outer Banks, as well as the newer movie Time Cut.
Absolutely. She plays Kiara in the Outer Banks. I gotta say, not a fan of her character in that one, but I did like her in Time Cut.
Yeah, she's a fine actress, definitely,
Yeah.
for sure. Little Twins highlight our Twins. We have a great eTab game themed after our Twins called Twins Win. You can play it wherever you play Pilot Games at and see if you can take home one of those Grand Slam prizes in that awesome game. It's definitely a fun matchup there if you're missing some of that awesome Twins opportunities.
Absolutely, but as we close in here, I want to highlight Flash over at the Red Door Bar, who took home $52,000. Over at the Red Door Bar, they support the Belle Plaine Friends of the Library. They support the Belle Plaine Community Library, promote access to the library, and support early literacy and family development.
Very cool stuff there, as we have a great double must-go prize of $37.70 going out to Snowflake and Lady Di. Snowflake over at Tavern 22 and Lady Di over the Gateway Pub. Congratulations to both you guys as we now get enrolled into a little Lucky 4 bingo. And remember, as you play these games, your community wins.